Coming up on NonStop Local at 4, convicted murderer Bryan Kohberger back in court. The case heard today on a new way he could be paying restitution to victims' families. And Spokane County Fire District 4 out in Deer Park today. NonStop Local's Will Glasby is out there today with firefighters who want to help keep families well stocked for the holidays. And we continue to track election results as they come in. NonStop Local's Kevin Teeter has the details on the importance of one proposition that could bring improved health care to Grant County.
Corey Howard and Leslie Lowe, bringing you the content that connects our community. You're watching NonStop Local News at 4.
And we begin 4 o'clock with continuing coverage now. Convicted murderer Bryan Kohberger may be forced to pay additional restitution to families of his victims. During a hearing today, Judge Stephen Hippler heard arguments regarding victim compensation of $28,000. This is money to compensate the victims' families for funeral expenses, including for urns. Attorneys for Kohberger argued he is not in a position to pay additional restitution due to a life sentence, and Idaho law prohibits Kohberger from profiting from his crimes. Judge Hippler pushed back on that contention, saying family members could sell their story and direct funds into Kohberger's account.
What's the downside to ensuring that the victims are as whole as possible from this by ordering the restitution, which again would jump in line from some of the other court-ordered fines, etc. And if the money's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not.
Kohberger's attorney called the judge's scenario speculative, adding there is no book or movie based on the case in the works. The hearing concluded with Judge Hippler stating he would take the matter under advisement and issue an opinion in due course. New information now on a story we brought you yesterday as breaking news in the 4 o'clock. A man found dead in the Grant County Jail holding cell for people in crisis. The Grant County Sheriff's Office saying the man was arrested on October 31st by Moses Lake Police for trafficking stolen property and theft. They also issued a statement saying, quote, the Grant County Sheriff's Office remains committed to ensuring a thorough, fair, and compassionate review of this incident and is cooperating with the investigation by the Central Basin Investigative Team, end quote. The autopsy results have not been released yet, but we will continue to follow this for you here on air and on nonstoplocal.com. Well, as we continue to see the effects of the government shutdown causing financial and food insecurity, the holidays are here, bringing another yearly needed season. Firefighters from Spokane County Fire District 4 are out in Deer Park today helping out, and that is where we find NonStop Local's Will Glasby at the Yokes there in Deer Park for more. Will?
Yeah, Corey, I'm here at the Yokes, as you said, and behind me, I'm just going to really get out of the way quick here. Spokane County Fire District 4 crews are here, and they're giving out, they're taking donations of food and cash donations from 2 to 5 this afternoon, right at the entrance of this Deer Park Yokes, and they're taking in canned goods, other shelf-stable food, and as I said, cash donations to help restock local pantries. And I get to speak with their captain, who told me a little bit more about the food you can donate.
Nope, that's exactly it. There's a lot of non-perishable items, including items for baking, sugar, flour, salt. All those type of items are really important, especially as we're coming up on the holidays with Thanksgiving coming up and Christmas. Those kind of food items that really come in handy.
And crews told me that they'll be back out here from 2 to 5 through Friday, and they actually have this pamphlet that they're giving out, or the piece of paper they're giving out, and donations are also being accepted at the District 4 fire stations, including Station 41, 42, 44, 46, and 49 for the rest of the month. Reporting in Deer Park, Will Glasby, NonStop Local.
Will Glasby, thank you very much. And turning our attention to weather, Leslie, we've got rain outside and we've got a live studio audience here inside.
We do have a live studio audience, so let's take a look at these guys. I dressed to match them today. This is Central Valley. If we can get a look at them, I think we're
there. They are.
They are. All right, say hi to Central Valley. They're the team of the week this week. Cross country, right? Did I get that right?
Yeah.
How far do you guys normally run? Like 10 miles? Not quite? Okay, 3 miles. I can do 3 miles. Thanks, you guys. Congratulations. Thanks for coming in. See you later. All right. You know what? I hear that a little bit of rain is good for runners. Makes things more comfortable. Is that a yes? That's a yes. All right. So we do have the rain showers that are out there. Let's get a look at that weather forecast. Live look over Spokane. Again, we're starting to see things clear up a bit. 48 degrees in Spokane, 43 in Coeur d'Alene, 48 degrees currently in Pullman, and currently sitting right there within the mid 40s in Chihuahua. Winds picking up. We've seen some pretty strong winds, especially for areas down into central Idaho. Right now in Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, we've got those wind speeds anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour, and then back into Moses Lake 10 to 15. Wind gust not clocking in. Grangeville seeing a wind gust though earlier at 32 miles per hour. We'll keep a close eye on those winds as we head through the overnight hours. So you can see the back edge of that system again starting to push to the north into the east of us. Areas shaded in green. That's the rain, and we're seeing widespread rain from the west side all the way down into northern California. That current band over the top of us now pushing up to the north into the east of us. We catch that little bit of a break, but overnight tonight and into tomorrow, snow levels dropping across some of our mountain passes. Washington Pass in particular. Stevens Pass could pick up a little bit of light snowfall and or a rain snow mix. So we'll keep an eye on that. But timing on this, you can see as we push into the overnight hours, again, areas shaded in blue. That's where we're seeing those snow levels starting to drop. Also keeping an eye on the potential of some very isolated thunderstorms for this afternoon. So Corey, when I see you back here in just a few minutes, we'll look at that weather forecast. It's been a bumpy ride, a little bit interesting, but we like it that way.
We sure do, Leslie. Thank you very much. Continuing coverage now on nuclear waste disposal at the Hanford site. The Washington Department of Ecology announcing the first containers of low-activity waste were transported to the integrated disposal facility at Hanford. This facility is a Washington Department of Ecology permitted landfill engineered for the waste. The Department of Ecology says the containers will soon be the first to be permanently disposed of. We continue to follow elections in our area as ballots are still being counted. Out of Grant County, a proposition from Public Hospital District 3 concerning construction of new health care facilities. Right now, results are showing 56% rejecting that proposition, which also aims to improve the existing Columbia Basin Hospital and family medicine buildings. The funds come from excess property tax. NonStop Local's Kevin Teeter is in Ephrata today on how this second failed attempt at expanding hospital will affect residents in that area.
Voters in Ephrata rejected a proposition to expand funding for Columbia Basin Hospital for a second time on Tuesday. About 56% of voters rejected the proposal, which would have generated up to $30 million through a new property tax levy. It would have funded expanded clinic hours, modernizations of services, and new facilities for the hospital, including a pharmacy. Ephrata also saw a possible shakeup in its leadership on Tuesday, with incumbent Mayor Bruce Rhyme trailing newcomer Steve Oliver. In Ephrata, I'm Kevin Teeter.
Now look at a few other elections we've been tracking here. The Franklin County Fire District levy right now with the 52% approval. That levy would increase property taxes by 85 cents per $1,000 of assessed property value. The Keona-Benton School District levy for educational programs not funded by the state. This one also an increase in property taxes at $1.50 per $1,000 of assessed value, failing right now with 54% against, or 52% rather. And the Richland Charter amendment that would change City Council voting from at-large voting to voting by district, that is failing with 56% of voters saying no. Yakima County races now. The Yakima County Coroner's race showing Chief Deputy Marshal Slight, who is currently serving as interim coroner, at 70% over funeral home general manager Dan Williams. And the levy lid lift that would increase property tax 50 cents for every $1,000 of assessed property value. The funds going towards police, fire, and parks. Finance and budget director Craig Warner saying there would be massive cuts, a large portion out of the police force. Right now, a slim margin of just over 100 votes, with 51% rejecting the proposition. In unincorporated Yakima County, showing 56% rather right now, saying they want to keep a ban on the sale and production of cannabis for that county. Still to come here on NonStop Local at 4, to read or not to read, the brand new social media trend that has us pondering public reading for performative reasons.
And a live
Performative reading, what?
Well, you know what I meant.
Yeah.
Or I knew what you meant, or something like that. Live look over to Spokane. We're seeing some punks of sun out there. Finally, a little bit of a break. Still looking for some very active, unsettled weather as we get you into the remainder of the work week. All those details coming up.